Today I'm going to teach you the part B of the lab, which is electron electronic devices and instrumentation lab, EDI lab, third semester. Subject code is 18 ECL 37. So here the part B experiment is simulation using EDA software. So you can use any one of these, EDA WinXP, PSpice or Multisim or Proteus or Circuit Lab or any equivalent tool you have to use. So in our college we are using Multisim. So I'm going to explain today input and output characteristics of BJT, common emitter configuration, and that how to simulate input characteristics and output characteristics of BJT in common emitter configuration. I will teach you, and after that I will teach you design and simulation of regulated power supply, and after that if time is there I will show you drain and transfer characteristics of JFET and MOSFET, and in the next class I will explain the last. So for that I think you have to install, you have to download a multisim tool from the internet. So go to Google and type multisim 14.2 is the latest version you can install. So once you install it will come for 30 days. Okay, so after that within that day you have to use it. After that if you want you can purchase or you can change the system date and you can work. So I am double clicking on that tool. So so in the desktop, so multisim I'm double clicking. So you have to open by double clicking the multisim tool. So it's going to open like this. So when it opens, when you open the multisim tool, so you'll get, by default you're going to get this window. Okay, so this is the left side is a design toolbox where all your designs are saved here. So first design it will be by default it will be saved as design 1. If you want you can rename it. Next design if you do that will be saved below this design 2. Next be design 3, design 4, like that one by one it will save in the left side. So these are design box. So this is a tool. So you can see file. So in the file you have new option open. If new means to create a new file. Open means if it is already created in the last week, if you want to open today, you can open any old files, and some sample files also there, examples. You can open sample files also, and there are so many options are there you can see. Then edit options, then view, full screen, zoom out, place component, probes, connectors, everything you can explore it. So for simulation, you have to click simulate and run button. So like that. So this is the editor window where you can create your draw your electric circuit. And right side, some actual components are there: multimeter, function generator, wattmeter, oscilloscope, 4-channel oscilloscope, board plotter, frequency counter, then logic analyzer, IV analyzer, distortion analyzer, etc. So now I want to explain the first experiment, which is input output characteristics of common emitter configuration. So for that I'll go the theory part. Okay, so this is the circuit diagram of input and output characteristics. So for common emitter configuration, so first let us me explain what is input characteristics, what is output characteristics. So input characteristic is a graph of, it is a graph of input voltage, that is VBE. Input side is this side, this is output side, and emitter is common to input and output. So in common emitter configuration, emitter comes in the middle. So input is between base to emitter and output is between collector to emitter. So emitter comes under both input side as well as output side. That's why it's called as common emitter configuration. So for common emitter configuration, input side we have base and emitter, output side collector and emitter. So input voltage is VBE, base to emitter voltage is the input voltage, and input current is IB. Output side we have output current is IC, collector current, and output voltage is VCE. In order to measure the output voltage, we have to use voltmeter and you have to connect parallel. And in order to measure the current, you have to connect current you have to find current in series. So you have to connect ammeter in series. That is the case in case of discrete component experiment. In the lab, if you want to rig up the circuit, ammeter you have to use to find the current, and you have to connect voltmeter to check voltages. So let me explain what is input characteristics. Input characteristic is a graph of input voltage versus input current. So input voltage is VBE and input current is IB, and you have to keep output voltage constant. Output voltage is this VCE. So VCE you have to keep constant. First you have to keep VCE is equal to 0, vary VBE, note down IB and plot. After that increase the VCE by 2. So vary this and keep the VCE is equal to 2 volts. Again vary VBE, this one VBB. You have to vary VBB and check the current value and note down. Again that is the second set. Third set again increase the VCE by 2. So keep VCE is equal to 4 volts constant. Repeat the experiment. Next repeat with VCE is equal to 6 volts. Next VCE is equal to 10 volts. So for every output voltage constant, you vary the input voltage. This is a variable symbol, and correspondingly note IB value. That will give you input characteristics. Similarly, to find the output characteristics, it is a graph of output voltage versus output current. Output voltage is VCE, VCE versus IC, output voltage versus output current, and you have to keep input current constant. Input current is IB. So this IB is going to vary when you vary this supply voltage. When you vary the supply voltage, so this IB is going to vary. So if you want to use voltage source, then use some resistor and vary the supply voltage. You'll get different values of IB. Okay. Now, or if you want to, you can use directly the current source here and vary the current values. So, but in the lab, you will not get directly current source. You have to use voltage source only. So by using this, you can vary the current. So output characteristic is, it is a graph of output voltage VCE versus output current at constant IB. So now we'll see the how the model graph it looks like. So this is a model graph. So input characteristics, if you conduct experiment, you will get like this. Okay. So this is the input characteristics. So it is input voltage VBE versus input current IB at constant VCE. VCE is taken 2 volts. First ECE is taken with 0 volts, next 1 volts, next 2 volts, next you can take 3 volts, 4 volts, or 0, 2 volts, 4 volts, 6 volts, like that you can conduct. You should get like this. This will be similar to VI characteristics of ordinary diode. So it will start conduct only after 0.6, so which is nothing but cut-in voltage of diode or knee point of a diode. So this is the around approximately 0.6 the diode will start conduct. So we assume transistor is two diodes connected back to back. Base to emitter is acting as a one diode, collector to base acts as another diode. So it is nothing but two diodes connected back to back. So VB means base to emitter diode will start conducting whenever the input voltage VB is greater than 0.6. So at 0.6 it will start conducting. After that the current will increase exponentially. Okay, so through this if you want you can find the parameters like what is the input impedance. So take a delta here, right on slope here. So delta VB by delta IB will give you input resistance of the common emitter configuration. Similarly, in the output characteristics, we have to plot a graph of output voltage versus output current at constant IB. So first you have to get the reading for IB is equal to 0 microamps, then next reading you have to take for 10 microamps, 20 microamps, 40 microamps. You have to repeat, you have to vary VCE, note down ICE. You'll get like this. Okay, in this output characteristics, you can identify three different regions. Active region is this portion. So here, where the response is horizontal, no, that is the active region, and the portion which is less than IB is equal to 0 microamps, this portion, it is cutoff region. So in the cutoff region, both the junctions are reverse bias. A base to emitter and collector to base junctions are reverse bias. And in the saturation, both the junctions are forward bias. And in the active region, emitter to base junction is forward bias, collector to base junction is reverse bias. So if you want to use transistor as amplifier, you have to operate in active region. So where your signal is going to get amplified. Okay, so if IB is equal to 10 micro, IC will be beta times IB. So beta will be normally more, around 100 will be there. So IC is going to multiply it by, and it will usually because it is beta times IB. So amplification will takes place, current amplification also will takes place, and voltage amplification also will going to takes place. If you want to operate transistor as a switch, then you have to use transistor in cutoff region and saturation. In the saturation region, both the junctions are forward bias, act as a short circuit. So we call it as short circuit between collector to emitter. And in the cutoff region, both the junctions are reverse bias. So there is an open circuit between collector to emitter. So if you want to operate transistor as a switch, you have to operate continuously transistor in saturation region, cutoff region, saturation region, cutoff region. That will make you on, off like that. So in the common emitter configuration, we have to keep IB constant now. So vary this VBB, keep 0 microamps, vary the VCC and note down IC. After that, you increase this VBE, set it to 20 microamps. Again, vary the VCE, note down IC. Vary this VCE from 0 to 30 volts or 0 to 20 volts. Correspondingly, note on the IC for every increment of VCE. Again, one more set if you want, you can take for IB is equal to 40 microamps, one more reading for IB is equal to 60 microamps. Like that you have to take. Now let us rig up this circuit. So I want one transistor common emitter configuration. This is a NPN transistor. So you can see how to identify the NPN transistor. This emitter arrow mark should be away from the base. So I want one transistor. I want one resistor here. Okay, that is option. If you want first experiment, I think without that I will do for variation of VB versus IB. Okay. I will show the diagram. After that, I will conduct experiment. So I want three. One is transistor, one resistor, two power supplies. Okay. So I'll rig up the circuit. So once I open this tool, okay, I will take up the circuit diagram of that multi-sim manual. I'll share this one with you. So let us see in that. Let us go to the first experiment. Okay, this is first we'll do input characteristics. After that, we'll go do output characteristics. So this is the typical input characteristics. So I have to take one 2N222 transistor and two power supply. So I told no resistors are optional. If you want, you can use. Otherwise, no need. So I will show both with resistor and without resistor. Also, I will show you. So I want one transistor and two power supplies. Okay. So here, go to, this is a blank window, design one. When you open multi-sim, you will get like this. So go to place, component. So I want transistor, no? So go to all sources, there you select transistor. You click on all groups, transistors. Then I think somewhere here you will get 2N22A. So all are actually, you will get different transistors. Okay. All are actually transistors only. You can choose any one. So I am choosing this 2N22A. Click here, okay. After that I want power supply. So in the group you select sources, then power sources. In the power sources, click on DC power, click OK. So click two power supplies, one here, and one more time you click OK. So another one is kept, and I want on ground. So ground also available in the sources only. So there is a digital ground. This is a digital ground. This is a normal ground. So click this button and place here. So now the connection is over. I think all the components are over. I took this. I have to change it to 0.5. This is VC is 5 volts, and this is the transistor Q1. So now close this. So if you want to make the connection, you have to go to edges. Okay, any one edges, either this edge. Transistor has three terminals: base, emitter, and collector. So go to this edge, connect here. After that, from here you cannot start. So this is not a edge. Okay, so this is actually straight line here. This is a corner. This is not a edge. So you can start connection only from edges. So you cannot start from here. Okay, so you have to go from here. Then I think this should be this one. You can click and drag here. So I am going to this edge. Through this I can connect to. You click here, then turn right. Click here, then go right. Suppose if it is not coming horizontal properly, then you can select that and delete it, and once again you rewrite. So now from this you connect to ground, because this is also edge, this is also. Now from this edge you click, I want to go right side, so click here, then go right, and here you can join. So once you join, I think you can see uh, there is a button. Okay, so which will show you there is a node will be created, and you can see here. So there is a circle. This is indicating there is a connection. Okay, so now similarly from this side you connect, and you can connect to the same node. Okay, so now connection is over. This I want to change. This is actually only a label. If you want, you can change. Otherwise, without that also it will work. Don't worry, because anyway we are changing the values of that. So already volts is there. So don't try to all those things. So let it be 12 volts only, because anyway we are changing. So now what are the settings I have to do for input characteristics? It is a graph of input voltage versus output input voltage versus input current at constant output. No, so for that you have to go to simulate, then analysis, then click on DC sweep, and you have to do the settings. Okay, VBE should be varied from 0 to 1 volts with a step of 0.01 volt, and you have to keep constant. No, we see you have to keep constant. So source 2 you have to click here, use button, use source 2, you have to select that. You have to set that VC is the output, you have to keep constant, starting value is 2 and stop value is 20, and you have to increment with step of 2. And the second tab output is there. No, it is a VB versus what output is IB. So that IB you have to select in the output tab. In the output tab you have to select IB. So if you click IB and add, the IB will come here, and after that you have to save it, click OK and simulate. It will get the response. Now let me go to this. So I have to go where? I have to go simulate, then analysis. In the analysis you have to select DC sweep. Okay, in the DC sweep, it is taking a little bit. Actually in the college we have old version of multisim, so some small variation will be there. See here it is showing V1 only, because we have not labeled. So this one double click, go to the label, give this is VBE. So this is VBE. So this one again double click, go to the label, then change it to VCE. VCE means because collector to emitter, base input side base to emitter. Emitter is common, because here in the input side also emitter is there, the output side also emitter is there. So now go to simulate, Then analysis and simulation. There you select DC sweep. So go to sweep, DC sweep. So in the DC sweep, it is a VBE versus IC. So select VBE. VBE is varied from 0 to 1 with a step of 0.01. Output is immediately there only. It is a VBE versus output what? IB. So this is IB, it's already selected. Click add button. So it is VBE versus IB. Okay. After that, use second source. VCE you have to keep constant. Starting value is 2, ending value is 20. So first we will take for 2 volts, next we will take for 20 volts, next we will take for, I think, let me check in the lab, I think how much they have taken with zeros only or what. So first VC is 0, next to 2, 4 like that. No, here 0, 1, 2 is there. So I will take 0, 2, 4 like that I will take. So I will go to this. So I will take starting value as 0, next to ending value is that. I will take step size as 2 volts. So first is 0, next 2, next 4, next 6. Okay, for all these standard constant values, VB will be varied with from 0 to 1 with a step of 0.01. First reading will be for 0, next reading will be 0.01, next will be 0.02, next will be 0.03. What is the value of IB? IB is noted. So after that, automatically the tool will give you simulation. Now it will be in the DC sweep. Okay, we selected analysis DC sweep. We set the how the input is varied and what we kept constant, everything we adjusted there. So now there is a run button, green color button is there. Now this is actually run button, or you can also go to simulate and run. So both are correct. So now I'm clicking run. Now automatically the tool will simulate for the given values and it will give the output. So it should match with yours. It is taking some time. This is the expected output, and here you should get like this input characteristics. So let us check in ours. Yeah, it is actually coming, only one waveform is coming. This is for, I think, this one if you remove, for VC is equal to 0 it's coming. For all our others it's not coming. I think I will check it out. Okay. So actually you should get like this. Now we'll see what is the error if it is there. We are getting only this much. So in the DC sweep, again if you want to do some settings, you have to click here DC sweep. So VB is 0 to 1 with a step of 0.1. Now we'll take 0.2 only, no problem. Output is IB. It's IB input versus input current versus input voltage, and at constant VCE. So we have taken from 2 to 20 with a step of 2. You can see here now. This is the output is coming. See at 0.7, at 0.7 here, at 0.7 this will actually starting conduction. So here so many outputs are coming, you can see here. So if you don't want all these things, what you can do is, so this label, if you want to change, no, so this you write here, double click on the table, you write here input characteristics of common emitter configuration. So the label is changed here, input characteristics of common emitter configuration. Here so many readings are coming. So what you can do is, if you don't want that much of readings, so what you can do is in the DC sweep, we have taken from 2 to 20 volts with a step of 2. Okay, we have taken for 2 to 20 with a step of 2. Instead of that, I can change this one to with a step of the step of 4. Let us take now 4 volts. Then 2 will come next. 2 plus 4 is how much? 6 volts. Next 10 volts, 14 volts, 18 volts, like that. Step size is, first value is 0, 2. Next will be increment by 4. That is 2 plus 4 is 6. Next 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14, like that. So for every 4 increments, it will repeat this experiment. Okay. So save it, run and save. Okay, directly run it. So we'll get waveforms. So that is the input characteristics. It is a graph of input voltage versus input current at constant output voltage. So after this, see here, now we got for less values only. So only I think 4 or 5 steps are coming here. Okay. So 2, one is for 2, next will be for 4, next I think this will be for 6, like that it will come here. So old one is also still, it is retaining. So only 5 settings are coming, readings are coming. Okay. So now this is actually input characteristics. Now let us do output characteristics. For output characteristics, let us save, if you want you can save it. Okay. Input char common emitter configuration. Let me save this one. Okay. After that, let us go to the output characteristics. For this, I will change this one too. Okay. So for output characteristics, I will change file, save as. If you want, I can save as you do this one. I'll save as, okay, input characteristics of common emitter configuration. I will save. So first file is input characteristics. Second file, no, I will save as output characteristics. So I will put output characteristics. So now here only I will do editor. So I will right click here, change this one to current source. So right click here, right click on this and replace component with current source. So in the sources, all sources, signal current source is there. Here you select DC current, click OK. So this value you can change it to value as 10 micro, 10 u means micro, or anyway we are going to change this. So what is output characteristics? Output characteristics is a graph of output voltage versus output current at constant IB. So this is IB, you can rename as, label you give it as IB. IB means base current. So IB. So now again go to DC sweep. So once you do the DC sweep, that will be highlighted here. Okay. So again, if you want, you can directly click here only, or again you can go to analysis simulation, select DC sweep. Otherwise, you directly click here only. So now here in the DC sweep, I want VC output characteristics, VC versus what? IC. So VC output should be IC. Here IC is there. So output you have to add IC. So already IB is there. Now previously we added IB. That you have to remove. IB, you click on IB and click remove. So IB will coming this side. Only IC should be there at the output. So it is a graph of VC versus IC at constant. So use the second source. Second source is what? I have to keep constant, which one? Current. So current is what? IB. So I have to keep current constant, and this current is varying from 0 to 80 microamps. So 80 microamps means, I think, in the graph. So let me see. So first value is IB is equal to 0, next 10, 20, 40, 60, 80. Final value I will take as a 80 or 100 micro. So I'm clicking IB as 100 micro. 100 micro means you cannot type here. So what you have to do is exponent minus 6. Micro means 10 to the power minus 6. E minus 6. So step size I'll give 20 micro. 20 e power 6 micro. 20 micro. 100 micro. Step is this. Starting value is 0. End value is 100 micro. First readings will be kept for IB is equal to 0 microamps. Next, you have to conduct VCE. You have to vary with a step of VCE. You have to vary from 0 to 20 with a step of 2. 0 to 20 with a step of 2. VCE you have to vary with high value. 0 to 20 with step of 2. Current IB was kept to 0. And you have to note down IC for every first 0, note down that. Next 2, note down IC. Next 4, note down IC. Next 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. For all, note down the IC value. So that will is done for IB is equal to 0. Next, increase the IB with 20 microamp. Again, vary the VCE with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Note down the corresponding IC value. Again, change the IB with 40 microamps. Repeat that. So similarly, next reading will be 60. Next reading will be 100. After that, it will stop because stop value is 100 micro. So this one I am saving. So now if I run this, it will give you output characteristics. So output characteristics, what is a model graph? You should get like this. Okay, let us check it out. It is running. Okay, it will take some time. I think my system is loaded with so many software. Yeah, we got these values. Okay, which is actually matching with the expected output. This is the expected output characteristics, and we are getting same thing. So again, here the by default old we had given input characteristics now, so it's coming like that. So you change this one to input to output characteristics. Apply. So now you can see this is for this gray color is for IB is equal to 100 microamps. This is for red is for IB is equal to constant of 0. Green is for IB is equal to 20 microamp. This blue color is for IB is equal to 40 microamps. This blue color for 60 microamp. This pink color is for 80 microamps, and gray color for IB is equal to 100 microamps. So this is the three regions are saturation region, and this is the cutoff region, and this is this horizontal portion. This portion is active region. If you want to operate transistor as a amplifier, you have to operate in active region. And if you want to operate transistor as a switch, you have to switch between saturation region and cutoff region, saturation region and cutoff region. So here it acts as a short circuit, here it acts as a open circuit. Okay. uh, so this is about output and input characteristics. So next I will teach you uh, power supply design. Thank you.